Hello, friends. I'm here. A little bit late, but it's Friday. That's normal. Laurel, hello. How are you doing? Ghost Pepper, hello, my love. How are you? Peter, hello. Pie, hello. How are you pieing today? We've got some hydrates on the board already. It's the, oh god, I forget which Wednesday this is supposed to be. I haven't had much coffee yet this morning, Peter. Please forgive me, I forgot the order. It's the Wednesday before the relaxing one. Which one is that again? Remind me. Yes, the final weekday Wednesday. Thank you. It is the final weekday Wednesday. Oh, goodness. And that was only 2 hydrates. We have to do 3. I'm doing okay. Obviously, it's morning. I have not fully awakened my brain just yet. Just settled in with my coffee. I made my Fitbit happy. You guys can see. Ooh, maybe. 2 little pips. 2 hours of happiness for my Fitbit. Morning is not our friend. Morning is definitely not my friend. Especially not this morning because I set... my Fitbit has a silent alarm that will, like, vibrate my wrist to wake me up. And either I somehow bumped the screen to, like, snooze it, or I slept through the vibrations because my backup sound alarm went off at 6 minutes after the hour this morning to wake me up. Which is fine. That's what it's there for, is if I somehow sleep through the silent alarm, then I only sleep an extra 6 minutes instead of an extra, like, hour to completely, like, destroy my day. But then, shortly after I dragged my ass out of bed, Ghost Pepper comes in, and I'm like, what time did you get up? And he's like, I got up at 8. And I was like, I was supposed to get up at 8 too, but I slept through my alarm. And he's like, that will have been an 8:30 alarm. And I was like, what? I set an 8 o'clock alarm. And then I looked at my watch, and it was like 8:22. And I was like, wait a minute, it's not even 8:30 yet. So if you're wondering what morning is like in the Ghost Pepper Starborn Striker household, that's how it goes, pretty much. My Legend of Zelda manga arrived yesterday, so I'm gonna read that. Nice! Is that tied in with the new game, Laurel? Is it, like, expanded lore for Tears of the Kingdom? I don't know much about Zelda, as has been illustrated on this very stream in the past. I mostly know what I know about Zelda from Joe's recent Zelda streams. So that's gonna cover a lot of clicky clacky cam, isn't it? If I make it that big. Hang on. You'll still be able to see me tippy tappy typing there. There we go. Exiled Faye, hello. How is the end of the week treating you? Are you saying there's been a new Zelda game released? I doubt that very much. I would definitely have heard about it. Someone would have said something. I don't know, Peter. I'm not very hip to the Zelda scene. I only know what I've learned from Joe, which is pure and utter chaos. So yeah, today we're doing poetry again, because I challenged Joe to do 3 types of poems, even though only 2 came up on the wheel. And the one we didn't get to last week, which was one that did actually come up on the wheel, was sonnets. So we're gonna try to do a sonnet. We're gonna try to do 2 sonnets today, but we'll see how it goes. because sonnets are a bit more long and complicated than limericks and haikus. Sonnets. So first, actually, we're just going to switch screens. Hello, we're gonna actually look up sonnets. Sonnet structure. I'm sure Ghost Pepper is thrilled because I'm talking about his day job on one of his days off. I love sonnets, but I hate tales. Knuckles is cool. Knuckles is my favorite. Hey, One Vamp. Best crime mystery you've ever read? Oh gosh, I don't read a lot of crime or mystery books, so I'm probably not a good person to answer this. I have been working my way through the complete Sherlock Holmes, and there's some interesting stuff in there, but I don't know, it's not very much like modern mystery stuff. Hang on, this song is annoying me, so we're gonna skip it. That was too much pounding for first thing in the morning. Someone's gonna clip that. Cool. It's a manga of the older Zelda games. Nice. I don't know much about Zelda either, so I was trying to find a book or something, and I found a manga, and I was like, okay, you're mine now. Nice. That's so cool. I've not read the Da Vinci Code, but I know it's quite popular. The only mysteries I read are set in the time of Emperor Hadrian. Oh, interesting. Are they old or new? Like, are they, like, Roman time mysteries, or are they like modern time mysteries set in the time of Emperor Hadrian? Do some light research for my future Lovecraft inspired mystery. Nice! I'm assuming you've already read like the Lovecraft. Ghost Pepper has a big like book with all the Lovecraft stuff in it. I'll assume you've read that already. If not, there's a big book of Lovecraft stuff that you can get. Recent novels, but they take place in Roman Britain back in the day. That sounds so cool. Alright, so we're gonna look at this because, well, we'll also look at this, but we're gonna look at this because there are several types of sonnets. Megan is very clippable this morning. Sonnet the Hedgehog. Welcome to Friday morning, Exiled Fae, which for you, I'm assuming is Friday afternoon. Shakespeare has released a new computer game, Sonnet the Hedgehog. So there are not two types of sonnets. Oh my god, what is my brain this morning, you guys? It's Friday. There are several types of sonnets, including the hedgehog. This one says there are 6 forms. I'm not up on all of the forms. But there are basically 2 that I want to look at and choose between. There's Shakespeare's sonnets, which are different from original sonnets. And then there's the original Italian form sonnet. So basically, a sonnet is a short lyrical poem that consists of 14 lines, typically written in iambic pentameter. We're not going to worry about that too much today because iambic pentameter is a pain in the ass. That follows a specific rhyming scheme, of which there are several. Originally, the original Italian sonnets also include a twist or turn in which the rhyming scheme and the subject of the poem suddenly change, often to indicate a response to a question, a solution to a problem, or the resolving of some sort of tension established at the beginning of the poem, which I do want to include, because I have an idea. Welcome, Steven Stuff. How are you doing? What is up? So yeah, originating in Italy, the sonnet comes from the Italian word sonetto, meaning little song or little sound. They consisted, this sonnet structure consisted of, first an octave of 8 lines of verse in iambic pentameter, and then a sestet of 6 lines. The rhyming scheme was A, B, B, A, B, B, A, for the first part, and then the second part was usually CDE, CDE, or CDC, DCCD, bleh, letters. But the more famous form of poetry of sonnets is the Shakespearean sonnet. Again, each line is 10 syllables long, written iambic pentameter. We're not necessarily going to worry about that. The structure can be divided into 3 quatrains of 4-line stanzas, plus a final rhyming couplet. So it's basically A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G. And we might do the Shakespearean sonnet today just because I like the rhyming scheme better. Queen Boxy, hey, how's it going? But those are basically the 2 that I looked at when I was helping Joe get ready for the chaos that I threw at him. Why am I flashing back to algebra? Lots of letters in algebra. Doing exceedingly well. I've had an unusually productive day. Nice! I hope that continues for you, Steve and stuff, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend after the productivity. Up, down, left, right, A, start. Exactly. If Shakespeare's so famous, why is he dead? Good question. He didn't know the secret code. The Contra code, if you will. So yeah, basically this shows you the difference between the original Italian sonnet and the Shakespearean sonnet. So we have 14 lines in iambic pentameter. We're not going to worry about iambic pentameter today. I'm not caffeinated enough for that. So this is 4 lines and 6 lines, and this is 3 groupings of 4 and then a rhyming couplet at the end. So it really just comes down to the rhyming scheme that I want to use. I do intend to do the problem twist setup, because I have a couple of ideas for like the subject matter that I actually want to use. But yeah. Also, guys, let me know how the sound balance and stuff is. I think I may have had the music up too loud yesterday and not noticed. So please let me know if the music needs to go down or anything. I wanna make sure you guys can hear me okay. Can I tell you a thing? This annoyed me so hard it hurt my head, and I must share my rage. At my writing group a week or so, okay, pause. Why are you still going to this writer group? All it does is infuriate you. At my writers group a week or so ago, there's this dick asshole I can't stand, and one of our prompts was to write haikus. Okay. Did you write one about him? Music is good? Thanks, Queen Boxy. Did I ask how you were? If I haven't asked you how you are doing and you're in the chat right now, please let me know, because I do want to know. I'm just all over the place this morning. I'm explaining that it's syllables, and I'm literally breaking words up on my fingers to show how it's done. That's how I do it, that I count the syllables on my fingers. So, of course, if we scroll down to the example of a Shakespearean sonnet, we have probably the most famous sonnet that anybody knows when they think of a sonnet. Shakespeare's Sonnet 18. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed, and every fair from fair sometimes decline, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou ought'st. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. Probably the most famous sonnet known in our modern times. So it does follow the rules. It sets up a problem. Summer is beautiful, but beauty fades. How then shall your beauty be eternal? By way of this poem, essentially, is the answer. I prefer the My Mistress is Nothing Like the Sun one. Let's look it up. My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Sonnet 130. I'm explaining that it's syllables, and he's like, so it's the words, 5 words, then 7 words. No, it's definitely not 5 words and 7 words. It's syllables. And nobody listened to you? But Peter, you were doing it right. It's not words. You were correct, Peter. It is syllables, not words. Who runs this writing group? Why didn't they explain how haikus work? A current long-term project to write a suite of curtel sonnets. They're a bit shorter than the other sonnets. Oh, interesting. Maybe I'll look those up. I'm not familiar with those. You all have just offended an entire continent of people. I mean, they definitely were doing it wrong. It's not words. It's definitely syllables. Because unless you're doing 5 one-syllable words, that's not how it works. So this is Ghost Pepper's sonnet that he likes. Sonnet number 130. My mistress's eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen roses damasked, red and white, but no such roses I see in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. Wow! I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress... Hang on. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress when she walks treads on the ground. And yet by heaven I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare. Wow! That is... Wow. Okay, I see why you like that one. There's a theory as well, isn't there, that all of Shakespeare's sonnets were actually, like, written about the same woman, and that he, like, loves her for half of them and hates her for half of them? I don't think there's any, like, proof to it. But damn. Okay. Damn. Don't piss off a writer, guys. They'll immortalize you. So yeah. I have no idea, Exiled Fae. The thing about Shakespeare is there's so many theories about Shakespeare's writing. Some people don't even think that he wrote all of the plays. Some people think that Shakespeare was a pseudonym for another writer. We don't really know, all that much about what he was actually writing about. So there's all these like bizarre and wild theories about his work and where it came from and what was the inspiration and everything. So it's entirely possible. Like, I think that there are arguments in the literary community over like all of the stuff. I've also never seen a goddess go. She closes the toilet door after her. If only we could go back in time. Exactly. Yeah, if only... Well, I would love to get in a TARDIS like Doctor Who did. But again, they only can present their theories. Most of Shakespeare's plays were based off of other stories. Indeed. Some people think that Shakespeare was just a pseudonym for another writer. I think it was like Marlowe or something. I don't remember his first name. There's theories. There's like whole theories. There's a theory that the songs American Girl, Free Fallin', and Goodbye Mary Jane by Tom Petty are all about the same girl and tell a story. I could believe that. I could believe that. The theory is he wrote them to a male lover. Interesting. See, there's so many Shakespeare theories. I think there's also an example here of, this is by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, so this is an example of the other type of sonnet. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight. For the ends of being an ideal grace, I love thee to the level of every day's most quiet need by sun and candlelight. I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as thy turn from praise. I love thee with the passion put to use in my old griefs and with my childhood's faith. I love thee with a love I seem to lose with my lost saints. I love thee with the breath, smiles, tears of all my life, and if God choose, I shall but love thee better after death. So just a little bit of a different form for those. I do like the punchy nature of the, oh my goodness, what is going on with my desk? I do like the punchy nature of the rhyming couplet at the end of the Shakespearean sonnet, if I'm honest. So, but we could try one of each. Sorry guys, just gotta get rid of these sniffles here. May I ask a question? Let's pretend y'all were back in Shakespeare days. Okay. Don't really like Shakespeare days. There's plague and no flushing toilets, but let's imagine for a minute that we're back in ye Shakespearean times. If Mr. Pepper came up to you and rocked you with a few of these sonnets, would they have been enough to woo your maiden's heart? Absolutely. Listen, I say this all the time. Everybody hates Elliot in Stardew Valley because of his hair. They think he's super, like, snobby because he has Fabio hair and doesn't come out of his house when it rains. He's a writer, and if you marry him, he literally will quote poetry to you at 2 in the morning. If you go out all day, you kiss him in the morning, you go out all day, you come back at 1:55 in the morning because the game hard cuts you off at 2 and forces you to pass out. You come back at 1:55 in the morning and he's asleep in bed. If you poke him, he'll tell you poetry. That's true love. I'm just saying. Also, Mr. Pepper may have wooed me with some writing that I'm not allowed to share, but I have it and it exists. So absolutely, I absolutely can be wooed in such a way. Yeah, totally. Gimme that poetry. Let's just do, for shits and giggles, famous sonnet. Most of the ones that pop up are Shakespeare. Of course. So this one says, the finest sonnets in all of English literature from 16th century to present day. Sir Thomas Wyatt is listed as number 1. Whoso list to hunt. Whoso list to hunt, I know where is. Whoso list to hunt, I know where is an hind. But as for me, alas, I may no more. The vain travail hath wearied me so sore. I am of them that farthest cometh behind. Yet may I by no means my weirded mind draw from the deer. But as she fleeth afore, fainting I follow. I leave off therefore. Since in a net I seek to hold I guess that would be wind, because it's hind and mind. Since in a nest I seek to hold the wind, who list her hunt, I put him out of doubt, as well as I may spend his time in vain, and graven with diamonds in letters plain. There is written her fair neck round about. I can't read that, because I don't speak that language. For Caesar's I am, and wild for to hold, though I seem tame. There we go. We're not gonna write anything this dense. Writers be like that. We don't like going outside unless it's necessary. Exactly. If it's raining, you're inside doing the writing majigs. that's how it goes. That's why you gotta slow grind that first heart so that you can just walk into Elliot's house and talk to him while he's at his writing desk. Sonnet 116, I love. It's the one they used in the film Sense and Sensibility. Let's look it up. Sonnet 116. And then I will start trying to write some of this crazy poetry. Sonnet 116, let me not to the marriage of true minds. Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown, although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his briefest hours and weeks, but bears it out, even to the edge of doom. If this be error and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved. Interesting, I like that one. When I vibe with writers so good as all of you, I feel like I'm a failing human. What? My most recent achievement is sharing the tale of a phone call between now King Charles and Camilla and the direction that phone call took. Listen, you are a wonderful human being, Peter. You have many skills that I do not possess, by the way. I don't know how to run an interview or a radio show. I do not have the dulcet tones of your lovely voice. Please believe that just because your achievements are different from, say, my achievements does not make you a failing human. You are amazing in your own wonderful way. And that goes for all of you. You are all amazing in your own wonderful ways. Don't compare yourself to other people to find your good points, because it's like comparing apples to oranges. We're all different. We all have our different things, and you're wonderful. You are wonderful the way you are. I'm English, so I live in Australia and also pretty old, so apparently Steven Stuff also knows about the phone call. I was trying to write this morning and it didn't go well. Like, in seriousness, I'm so worried, not about being able to write anymore. Listen, there are bad days. Everybody has bad days. Everybody has good days. Everyone has bad days. Just because you couldn't put words together today doesn't mean you won't be able to put words together tomorrow. Just because you feel like you can't put words together for a week doesn't mean you won't be able to put words together for next week. And sometimes when we write words, they feel really awful, but if we walk away for a while and come back, those words turn out to be pretty good. So don't judge your writing on the first don't judge your writing on the first go around. And also, you know, it's okay. It's okay to have bad days. Not everything hits it out of the park all the time. The number of days I've walked away from a scene and been like, I'm gonna have to cut 80% of what I just wrote and rewrite it. There's a lot of them. They tend to happen off camera, but it happens. You'll be okay. The only way to fail at writing is to stop. As long as you keep doing it, you'll get there. That's my spiel. All right, I have an idea for the first line of this poem. So I have to decide So it's basically A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, G, G. So you're basically writing three sets of four paired lines and a rhyming couplet at the end. So maybe we'll do that. I do have an idea for the first line of this poem. So I want to start with So I challenged Joe to write a sonnet dedicated to our dear friend Bardowl. So he did that. It broke all the rules of sonnets, pretty much, but it existed. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try and dedicate a sonnet to Bardowl. I've come up with a first line, beautiful night bird of lovely song. I don't know that that's 10 syllables. It's 9. So there we go. We're already breaking the iambic pentameter rules, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about that. So if we're doing Shakespeare style sonnet, then it has to be, so this would be, so it's A-B-A-B. A-B-A-B, so, and then this would be song, rhymes with song, rhymes with B, and then we have C, D, whoops, C, oh my goodness, can't type a parenthesis to save my life, C, D, C, D, and then we have E, F, E, F, and then G and G. So it should be 14. 14, yes. Okay. Here we go. I've struggled reading poetry ever since I read Dr. Seuss to my daughter when she was younger. That guy was next level. Dr. Seuss did, like, things with words that I don't think anyone else has ever done. Joe out there breaking the rules? I know. When he did his, every line of his sonnet started with Bardowl is, and Flanny was like, please start a line with something other than Bardowl is. My favorite, I almost said my favorite Shakespeare book, not my favorite Shakespeare book. My favorite Dr. Seuss book was always One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. Although, was the Lorax Dr. Seuss? The Lorax is like my favorite everything. It is Dr. Seuss. So my favorite Dr. Seuss book was the Lorax, but my second favorite Dr. Seuss books was one, I can't even talk. I'm talking about Dr. Seuss and it's destroying my language abilities. I liked One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. But the Lorax was like top notch. Everything the Lorax. I speak for the trees have no tongues. And unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. I can't quote the whole book from beginning to end anymore, but those are the best lines. Dr. Seuss be out there making new language. He did, man. Like, if you ever read There's a Wocket in My Pocket, mind blown, man. I never understood like half the words of those books, but I love them. Well, half the words in those books are made up, so. Like a thneed. A thneed is a thing which everyone needs. The Sneeches, the Starbelly Sneeches, and the Sneeches without stars, and the machine that made them have stars, and then the Starbelly Sneeches were like, I don't want stars anymore because I can't be snooty anymore. And then everyone gets a star, and having stars isn't special anymore. Yeah, the Sneeches. Green eggs and ham is where it was at. I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. And I would eat them in a box, and I would eat them with a fox. I've read a lot. Look, I had 2 younger brothers and multiple younger cousins. I've read a lot of Dr. Seuss. Anyway, we have our first line, beautiful night bird of lovely song. So I do want this to be about our friend Bardowl rather than an owl, which is a bard. But I like the idea of starting out the sonnet this way. The idea that I have for this poem is, so we kind of talked about how with sonnets they have a call, sort of like a problem that you set up and then a twist. And I think it's that you introduce the twist after the first 8 lines. The turn normally happens close to the end of the sonnet. Interesting. But precisely when appears to vary. So my idea was that I went on Joe's stream to talk about my personal fear because he's doing a project where he's writing little individual stories based on people's fears. And during that conversation, it kind of came up that Bard and I have had like really similar lives and have really similar interests. And we started arguing over whether I was a bootleg Bard or Bart was a bootleg me. I'm definitely a bootleg Bard. Like, come on. Bardowl is way more awesome than me. But so I kind of want to write like a little poem about a little sonnet about us being like a call and response. Like, who's the bootleg version? But actually, we're both just awesome in our own way because I'm sappy like that. So I basically want to take. So I guess it would be 6, 6, and 2. Yeah. So it would be here. Poetry's complicated, man. Okay, so I want to write the first 6 lines about Bard, and then the next 6 lines will be not necessarily about me, but introduce me into the sonnet, and then the last 2 lines. The twist is, thou got inst 1 minute scuffle, and thine's maternal unit got filled with fear. She said, thou art moving with thine's uncle and auntie in the district of Bel Air. Indeed. Cat in the Hat, know the places you'll go are good too. For sure. Dr. Seuss is just... There's something magical about Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss versus Roald Dahl. Again, apples to oranges. Woof! Hello, my friend. How's it going? We are writing a sonnet dedicated to our good friend Bardowl. How are you doing? And what's your favorite Dr. Seuss book? Because apparently we're talking about that. Dr. Seuss, Roald Dahl, and Shakespeare given so many new words to the English language. Exactly. Dangu. Alright, so we're throwing iambic pentameter out the window because, again, it's very complicated. But we have our first line. Beautiful night bird of lovely song. And then I just need something that doesn't rhyme with song. Well, I actually came up with a line for this. But I need a line that doesn't rhyme with song first. Isn't it lovely to just watch me stare into space, trying to think of a line for a poem? Probably Cat in the Hat. It's the one I know best. It's not boring. Cat in the Hat is a good book. Yeet thy troublesome pentameter, and it shalt take all thou's iambic with it. It's interesting because, not to go too deeply down the geek rabbit hole, but iambic pentameter is the sound of the heartbeat. It's the rhythm of your heart. I don't know how people figured that out. I don't know. But that's what's so cool about language. At some point, someone sat down and realized if I speak in this specific rhythm, it's the same rhythm as a human heartbeat. I love watching you stare into space. Oh, woof. You're so sweet. I'm trying to think of a line. I mean, giver of cheer. But cheer might be easy. Cheer is easier to rhyme, maybe? Because the other word I was thinking of is so lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, maybe? Let's see. Rhyming dictionary. Cheer has tons of rhymes. Spirits does not have many rhymes. Also, Maurice does not rhyme with spirits, rhyming dictionary. You drunk, go home. Plaster of Paris does not rhyme with spirits either. So let's go with lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, because it'll be easier to rhyme. So you have beautiful night bird of lovely song, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, how it warms my heart when you come along. And then we just need something that rhymes with cheer. Near, of course, is the thing that came to mind for me. But there are a lot. Slant rhyme? Why am I not surprised that that's a term that you know, woof? My neurospicy brain could never grasp how to poetry. Creative fiction always came much easier to me. Honestly, when I write poetry, it's a lot of just, here's a line that sounds cool, and now I'm going to try to rhyme with it. I think that one of the things that you can do with poetry a lot is sort of think of things in different terms. So like Bard is my friend, a good friend, but her sort of avatar is an owl. So when I was trying to think of like how can I say owl without saying owl, beautiful night bird of lovely song, Bardowl. Just playing with language a little bit. Speaking of cheer, I started watching Cheers. Nice! I finished Frasier and went back, and I'm honestly not enjoying Cheers as much as I enjoyed Frasier. They are quite different shows. I liked Frasier when I was younger. Currently in a meeting, AB Coffee, hello! Opened up stream in a new tab, but I hadn't muted my PC, so now all my workers got a snippet of you through my microphone. I hope I wasn't saying anything terrible at the time. We're writing sonnets today and talking about Dr. Seuss. What's your favorite Dr. Seuss book, AB Coffee? Everyone sound off your favorite Dr. Seuss books. What? Resub out of embarrassment. AB Coffee, your love is always appreciated. Thank you so much. 13 months! How has it been 13 months? You were one of the first people that used to hang out in those early streams. I appreciate that you're still here. Thank you so much for using your Prime sub here. You could use it anywhere and you chose here. Hopefully not just because your coworkers heard me. Frasier held up really well and handled surprisingly delicate topics well. Yeah! I never really liked Seinfeld very much, but I did like Frasier. I think they ran at around-ish the same time. This is a weird song. Alright, so anyway, we have beautiful night bird of a lovely song, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, how it warms my heart when you come along. And we need something that rhymes with cheer. Thinking something along the lines of like when we play games. it's never drear? There's lots of rhyming options here. I'm trying to think of another way to say, like, play games that sounds more poem-y. Something like, when we cross wits, it's never drear, maybe? And then I just come up with another line that doesn't have to rhyme with anything I've written. Somehow, for me, the lines that don't have to rhyme with anything else yet are, like, the hardest lines to write because I feel like I don't have a direction for them. If we're trying to rhyme cheer, why not say, like, Kelsey Grammer, but not in Cheers? I don't like rhyming the same word with the same word. Here would lend itself well to birdsong. True, I did think about that. But I'm technically writing about a person and not an owl. Despite having opened the... Again, this is also me doing a little bit of cheeky wordplay because Bardowl is the person's name, but it's actually about a person and not about an owl. So we have beautiful night bird of lovely song, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer. How it warms my heart when you come along. When we cross wits, it's never drear. I should put a period there. Thinking of how sonnets work, because that would be the first song. Beautiful night bird of lovely song, comma, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer. I guess I could put a period there. How it warms my heart when you come along. When you cross wits, it's never drear. I think I actually might have to do a quick AFK and reheat my coffee because I'm like drinking cold coffee. We're gonna do 2 more lines about Bard, and then we'll introduce bootleg Bard, aka me, into the sonnet. Yeah, let me do that. Let me do a quick AFK. I'm happy with the progress so far, but my coffee's cold. And I feel like all I can think right now is poetry, 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 cold coffee. So give me like 3 minutes to reheat my coffee, and I will appease my Fitbit by getting some steppies in, and then we'll come back. I hear thine depressions and down moods attempting to contact me. Those salads are well tossed and the eggs are done in the scrambled style. Peter, could it be that you're craving breakfast? And I may appear vexed and puzzled, but I believe I have you worked out and understood, but still the salad as tossed and the eggs as scrambled are things I'm unsure what to do with. Have you considered breakfast, Peter? I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. And as I anticipated, I had ideas while I was AFK, which is great. Ghost Pepper is in the kitchen making some brunch. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. He likes his brekkie. We've got the octopus for Marathon. Give me just one sec. I shall grab it. My chair keeps doing this thing where it's not keeping the height that I set it, but I think it's okay right now. I got the octopus on. For those that don't know, this lovely octopus was made by It's Woof, hanging out currently, hopefully still in the chat to see his handiwork. I did a bad job of curling that. Hang on. Gotta make sure the tentacles are fully fabulous. There we go. What's for lunch for me today? Probably the usual, a sandwich and some, veggies. We have not been able to find potato salad. Like, I have been forsaken by the potato salad gods. It's tragic. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. I feel like my chair has, like... My chair is not keeping its adjustment, and it's driving me nuts. Thoughts and prayers for you at this difficult time for you and our nation. I know. I don't know what kind of weird potato salad-less town I'm living in right now, but I'll figure it out. We're ordering from the big store this weekend. I will surely be able to get some potato salad there. It's gonna happen. I feel like you can contact the U.S. Embassy about this. I feel like there's potato salad in our town somewhere. We just haven't, just not at the stores we've been going to. I'll find some. All right, so I had some ideas while I was away. So I was thinking... something along the lines of... but I don't think... probably... it helps if I spell it right. Garboil? Also, Barathnon, how you doing? Avoid my work. I love this song, but we have to skip it. It's too distracting. No perfect rhymes for chaos were found. Interesting. Sad. Too long. I want to basically say you've mastered the secrets of chaos, but nothing rhymes with chaos, apparently. How about... words that rhyme with secrets. Beatrice, meatless. Sleepless. Meatless. I have an idea for another line that I want to... I already want to rhyme, but... maybe. When we cross wits, it's never drear. Let's see. don't feel like chaos actually rhymes with those. Those are all good fake rhymes, but they're not like true rhymes. Chaos and floss do come close. It's the closest one. Rhyming is hard, you guys. Yeah, I'm not paying as much attention to the syllables as I should. The syllables. Siren, hello, hello. Morning for me, good evening for you. Stroke. AB Coffee, are you okay? Do you need assistance? Strike the keyboard once for no and twice for yes. Okay. Beautiful nightbird of lovely song, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, how it warms my heart when you come along. When we cross wits, it's never drear. As the secrets of chaos, you've adeptly employed something. Hang on. But what starstraight countenance appears from the void? That's me. So I need one more line here. Just hanging in there. Listen, that's all you got to do on Friday is just hang in there until it's over, and hopefully it'll be over soon. I apologize. I know I'm like staring a lot at the screen right now. I'm just trying to get these brain thoughts onto the paper. Poems are hard, you guys. And I find it's easier to write like the rhymed lines, even though I'm like skipping a line. So now I need to do the D lines. I thought I had 4 lines planned, but it turns out there were only 2. So I've introduced me. I've introduced the line that will introduce me. Hang on. The secrets of chaos you've adeptly employed. What was it that rhymed with sleepless? Meatless? Secret. Right. I used secret already. I don't know why I'm still chuckling over the fact that secret and meatless rhyme with secrets and meatless apparently rhyme with each other, but that's what the rhyming dictionary says. Apparently, it's very amusing to my brain right now. Is that you doubt that meatless and secrets rhyme with each other, Peter? Oh, why am I thinking only of words that don't have easy rhymes? That's what I want. I want you to tell me what rhymes. Apparently, if you click on a word in the rhyming dictionary, it gives you the definition, which is not what I want. I wanted to write 2 of these, but I'm wondering if my brain is even going to do one. I don't entirely like this line. How do people do these? Like, freaking, how do people do these on a regular basis? I'm breaking my brain over one. Let's see. I don't want to rhyme void and avoid because that feels like a cheat. Why is there screaming in this song? Oh my goodness. Something that rhymes. Something that rhymes. Need a word. Need a word that fits in the sentence and has things that rhyme with it. Okay. Wow. Okay. But for once I wrote a line, it was easy to do a thing. It is a Majora's Mask remix. You're totally right, AB Coffee. It's called Ben Drowned Majora's Mask Remix. My only experience with Majora's Mask was watching Joe play it. Alright, so now I think the first 8 lines are done. Beautiful night bird of lovely song, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, how it warms my heart when you come along. When we cross wits, it's never drear, and the chaotic secrets you adeptly deployed have saved many wounded souls from despair. But what star-streaked countenance appears from the void, singing in similar tune and bearing familiar flair? That's me! I'm the bootleg bard! Okay. So now we are introducing the idea that I'm a knockoff of Bard. Pi, welcome back. Bard, I'm working through poetry stream. Bard, we're writing a poem about you! Thank you so much for the 69 biddies! Do you want to hear what we have so far? Let me do Pi's hydrates. We've got 3 hydrates for Pi. 1. 2. And 3. Thank you, Pi, for those hydrates. Okay, so this is a sonnet about how I'm the knockoff Bardowl. So the first part of the sonnet is dedicated to you, and then the second part is going to be dedicated to how I'm like your knockoff. Is this screaming again? I guess that's how the song ends. Okay, Bard, listen. This is how it goes so far. Beautiful night bird of lovely song, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, how it warms my heart when you come along. When we cross wits, it's never drear, and the chaotic secrets you adeptly deployed have saved many wounded souls from despair. But what star-streaked countenance appears from the void, singing in similar tune and bearing familiar flair? That's what I have so far. That last part is me. I'm the bootleg. I did not come before you. Oh, Bard, no, don't cry. Is it bad? Do you want me to change it? I worked really hard on this. This has been like an hour and 15 minutes to make all these rhymes. Oh, Bard. Well, I told Joe to write a sonnet about you, so I had to write one. And I thought it would be funny to do, because sonnets are supposed to have a twist, right? So I thought it would be funny if the twist was that I'm the bootleg bard. But then the rhyming couplet at the end, we'll talk about how we're both awesome. Don't worry, there's a good ending. There's a good ending to this. I promise. So now I have to do... So now we've done A, B, A, B, and C, D, C, D. Now we have to do E, F, E, F. So, basically... this part of the sonnet is about how I'm similar to Bardowl. When did the octopus? I think we've done 20 minutes of octopus. So I think octopus sadly has to come off for now. But hopefully Marathon enjoyed Octopus Hat while Octopus Hat was around. So yeah, we're doing sonnets today. I hope work is treating you well, Bard. I know didn't you have a deadline that you had to do? Was it yesterday? Did you hit it? Is it done? Are you finished with all that stuff? I know Joe tried to give us days off, but the world sadly doesn't work that way. Did I do my Fitbit steps for this hour? Can't remember. I did. Ooh, this one is called Temple of Time. I assume that's also related to Zelda, even though I've not played any of them. Okay. What can I say about me being a bootleg Bardowl? I'm assuming that bootleg isn't gonna have... Oh, AB Coffee! Clearly know all the Zelda stuff, because you know where it's from. You know where everything is from. I know, like, nothing about Zelda. I was gonna ask the rhyming dictionary about a word, and then I just forgot. Oh. bootleg rhymes with clothes peg and nutmeg and powder keg. Easter egg. Scrambled egg. California nutmeg. Fake probably has a lot of rhymes too. My brother decided he wanted to pay for another month of access to the old system, so I have a little more time to finish. Well, that's good. But he also wants me to save copies of every invoice and estimate from the old system, which I have to do manually one at a time because it doesn't give me the option to batch. No! That sounds awful. How long did you use that system? My name is Greg, not peg leg. My name is Greg, got a peg leg, spit rhymes on to reg, got a friend named Craig. Amy Coffee, that's awesome. Oh no, Bart. That's like me when I'm like, every year I'm like, I'm gonna save all my receipts for the taxes as I go this year. I'm just gonna, like, every time I pay for something business related, I'm gonna save the tax receipt so that I don't have to go in April and save everything all at once. And guess what I never do? Guess what is a lie every single year? So I can only imagine. My name is Greg, got a peg leg, spit rhymes on the reg, got a friend named Craig, so down on taxes we got a beg, ain't got cash to buy a keg. Amy Coffee, this is amazing! What are you doing? You're putting me to shame. Oh, this has to be a Mario thing. Yeah, Super Mario World. I know. See, I don't know Zelda, but I know the Mario. Right. So I'm thinking I could make this line, how would we ever spot the fake? How would ever one spot the fake? Maybe? However could one spot the fake? So then this would have to rhyme with fake. There are over 400 invoices. Oh my goodness. 400 invoices and at least as many estimates. Oh my goodness. Wish I could hang out to see how the sonnet ends, but the 5 million things I have to get done unfortunately won't do themselves. Bard, enjoy your lurk. Good luck with all the things you have to do. I will send you the sonnet when it is finished in Discord for sure. We're getting close. We're getting close. What Star Street countenance appears from the void, singing in similar tune and bearing familiar flair? That would have to rhyme with shine. Brine. Fine. Swine. Vine. Ooh, wine. I like to look at the like multiple syllable rhymes because they get really, some of them get really like hilarious. Ooh, command line. Flaxentine. Frankenstein. It is. This is called Little Root Town. Dang. AB Coffee, you know your stuff. I don't really only know the Mario ones, I'm not gonna lie. And the Final Fantasy ones. Maybe I'll move this up. What starry countenance appears from the void, singing a similar tune and bearing familiar flair with similar, hang on, I should change this. Oh, we need a thesaurus as well. Ooh, matching. With matching light, their experiences shine. Starry countenance appears from the void, singing a similar tune and bearing familiar flair. With matching light, their experiences shine. However, could one spot the fake? It doesn't feel long enough, though. I guess I could change it back to how could ever. With matching light, their experiences shine. How could ever one spot the fake? Maybe with matching light, their experiences shine. What method could uncover the fake? Or leaving no method to reveal the fake? Too deeply. Something like that. I need to get something that rhymes with shine first. spline. I think how then to know which friend is thine. Looking too deeply. Looking too deeply. I think that's a correct use of tits. My 90s Nintendo is on point. It is, AB Coffee. You're killing it. Okay, and then we have the double twist at the end, which is 2 lines about how we're both awesome. So this is what I have so far. Beautiful night bird of lovely song, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, how it warms my heart when you come along. When we cross wits, it's never drear, and the chaotic secrets you adeptly I messed up. Words are hard. Let me start over. Let me see if I can get the flow. Beautiful night bird of lovely song, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, how it warms my heart when you come along. When we cross wits, it's never drear, and the chaotic secrets you adeptly deployed have saved many wounded souls from despair. But what star-streaked countenance appears from the void, singing a similar tune and bearing familiar flair? With matching light their experiences shine, leaving no method to uncover the fake. How then to know which friend is thine, when looking too deeply makes the heart ache? This is so silly, but I love it. And now I just need 2 more lines that rhyme with each other. And then we'll be finished. So I need to come up with a word that I want to have rhyme. I have an idea. I'm just trying to make it work. Okay. I think this is it. I think we've done it. I think this is the sonnet, you guys. Beautiful night bird of lovely song, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, how it warms my heart when you come along. When we cross wits, it's never drear, and the chaotic secrets you adeptly deployed have saved many wounded souls from despair. But what star-streaked countenance appears from the void, singing a similar tune and bearing familiar flair? With matching light their experiences shine, leaving no method to uncover the fake. How then to know which friend is thine, when looking too deeply makes the heart ache? Put no stock in such hollow aesthetic. To have two friends of this nature is far more epic. It's done! I'm happy with it. This is so silly. But I like how it came out. Wow, that was much more challenging than I expected. I'd like to do another one. I'm wondering if I should stick to the Shakespearean form or try one in the Italian form. So that one is ABBA, CDC, DCD versus the ABAB, CDC, ABAB, CDCD, EF, GG. I do really like the punch of the GG at the end, though. Or you could do ABBA, CDE, CDE. Interesting. I might take a quick break. I also wanted to do, thank you, Steven Stuff. I'm happy with that. For someone who doesn't write a lot of poetry, that feels, like a combo of serious and silly that I was going for, like the sort of dividing, like it crosses the line for both. I also so the final challenge that I set to Jay Chili for the wheel was to write a love letter to my husband Ghost, and it did come up. He did write a love letter to my husband Ghost. So I thought it might be fun to do a second sonnet that is essentially almost sort of like fanfic or like an ode to that love letter. So maybe we'll do that. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe now that my brain's warmed up, I won't, stare as much. So what is it? It's, ABAB. Oops. Or we could do the other one, but I think we're gonna stick with this. I think we'll stick with the Shakespearean type. ABAB, C, D, C, D, just for my reference, E, F, E, F, G. I think that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just gonna put the line break in there so that I know I'm halfway through. Flutter, thank you so much for the lurk. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am gonna take another quick break, just because it seems like a good idea if I'm switching into the next poem to just take a quick little break, reheat my coffee. Flutter, 18 months of subscription. Thank you so much. I love you. You've been in my life way more than 18 months, and you know I appreciate the hell out of you. So thank you so much. So this poem will be dedicated to the love between a ghostly pepper and a glizzy king. Let's see how ridiculous we can go. Thank you so much, Flutter. I'm gonna be right back for more of whatever ridiculous nonsense this is. All right, I'm back, and I've got thoughts. I've got so many thoughts. Basically planning out some rhymes this time ahead of time. Because I think that might help, because usually once I get, like, what I want to rhyme, it's easier to stick in the line. So, let's see. I know I want this one to be king and this one to be ping. Stick with me, it'll make sense. And then I just want to do... So do we want, like, love, maybe? So we got dove, glove, shove, or true. Blue, oh, brew is a good one. Grew. Maybe we'll do true. Because then we've got true, blue, hue. And then I'm thinking, is there something that rhymes with beach? Ooh. Teach. Beseech. It's a little bit of a fakey rhyme. Each. Reach. Speech. So maybe beach? Reach. Teach. Speech. Oh. Bun and sun. Might have to. Or even pun, because Ghost Pepper does do a lot of bad puns. Alright, let's fill in. Hey, Conquest! I am writing sonnets. So I'm just jotting down some quick rhymes in hopes that that will help me move through, this particular part of the stanza quicker. So let's see. This is just a fun, silly little poem about Ghost Pepper and Jay Chili and the love shared between them. Sing, O muse, of love pure and true between a ghostly pepper and a glizzy king. And then, so I need a line that, because I'm thinking... From the time they answered the first ping. Also, Conquest, how you doing? What's up? Sorry, I'm distracted by rhyming. Sing, O muse, of love pure and true. So I need to rhyme true with something that can like lead into from the time they answered the first ping. Between a ghostly pepper and a glizzy king. Maybe I'll go back and look for other options. Doing character art for D&D. Nice! That's awesome. Let's see. I could do grew. True and grew. Oh, or new. Canoe. Cashew. Kazoo. Focus brain. I'm gonna try to keep it fun and silly. Time they answered the first ping. I need something that works for leading into that. That's the problem with writing it out of order. Maybe little did they know. Sing, O muse, of love pure and true between a ghostly pepper and a glizzy king. Little did they know. Something, something, though little they knew. Oh, I guess grew also rhymes with true. Sing a muse of love pure and true between a ghostly pepper and a glizzy king. How quickly or with breathtaking speed their connection grew. answered the first ping. Might make the D lines actually the beach. Crew was one I was trying to use too, but I just because I wrote the next line first, I needed it to lead in. Maybe to put the rest of the world beyond reach. Lizzie crafted I'm close. Sing, O muse of love pure and true, between a ghostly pepper and a glizzy king. With breathtaking speed their connection grew from the time they answered the first ping. To put the rest of the world beyond reach, King Glizzy spread toppings on the perfect bun and suggested the pepper run away to the beach where the two could share a perfect day beneath the sun. I'm pretty happy with that. I've done it! Alright, so I need 4 more lines. And 3 more rhymed pairs. Kind of sort of basing this off of the love letter that Joe wrote on stream. Another hydrate for Pi. Thank you, Pi. I know that I want the last 2 lines to involve the secret glizzy sauce. So, I want the last line to be, I want it to end with sauce. Maybe a loss and sauce. Unfortunately, the rhyming dictionary doesn't recognize glizzy as a word, so I'm I'm out of luck on that one. Although dizzy and busy and frizzy. This is so silly, but I love it. Fizzy, tizzy. Yeah. Basically, I'd kind of want to fit them, like, Joe feeding Ghost a glizzy in there somewhere, but I did manage to get bun in there. Sing, O muse of love pure and true, between a ghostly pepper and a glizzy king. With breathtaking speed their connection grew from the time they answered the first ping. To put the rest of the world beyond reach, King Glizzy spread toppings on the perfect bun and suggested the pepper run away to the beach where the two could share a perfect day beneath the sun. There was in Joe's letter mention of a bulge, but I don't see anything that rhymes with bulge. So we might not be able to get that in there. Sadly, because that would be hilarious. Oh, indulge would rhyme with bulge. That's a good point, Pie. Indulge. And bulge. That totally does rhyme. Pie. No, your English is great. Because you gave me this idea. All credit to you, Pie. Indulge does indeed rhyme with bulge. So I could say, of perfect glizzies they indulged. Something noticed a bulge. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get it in there somewhere. I'm thinking waves indulge. If I spell it right. Oh, there we go. If I look up indulge, it gives me bulge. But if I look up bulge, it gives me nothing? Rude. There we go. I might change this, actually. I want it to be indulge and then waves, bulge, slaves, and then loss and sauce. It's gonna make sense. It's all gonna make sense, you guys. The word just popped into my head after you said that nothing rhymes with bulge. It was perfect, Pie. It's absolutely perfect. It goes exactly with the theme that I'm trying to do. This is probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever written, but I'm stupidly happy with it. And only the finest glizzies did the two indulge. This cool ocean over the beach, broke over the shore in waves. And only the finest glizzies did the two indulge as cool ocean broke over the shore, as cool ocean water. Cool water, maybe. And only the finest glizzies did the two indulge as cool water broke over the shore in waves. This is where we gotta do the line with the bulge. Something something bulge. Two became love's eternal slaves. We're almost there. We're so close. This is so silly. This is so silly. Okay, hang on. Oh my god, this is the most hilarious thing I think I've ever written. I can get away with this because I'm Ghost Pepper's wife. This is perfect. Alright. Sing, O muse of love pure and true, between a ghostly pepper and a glizzy king. With breathtaking speed, their connection grew from the time they answered the first ping. To put the rest of the world beyond reach, King Glizzy spread toppings on the perfect bun and suggested the pepper run away to the beach, where the two could share a perfect day beneath the sun. In only the finest glizzies did the two indulge, while cool water broke over the shore in waves. The ghostly pepper revealed a most impressive bulge, and the two became love's eternal slaves. And though they may one day suffer great loss, they cherish the memory of their secret sauce. Oh, I'm so happy with this. This is the best thing I've ever written. I will never write something this amazing again. It's too perfect. It's too perfect. I can't. This is I have to get Joe to read this on stream. I need this to be clipped. Hypothetically, I still spelled it wrong. I'm too giddy. Hypothetically, if I wrote a sonnet devoted to you and Ghost Pepper's love, would you read it live on stream so that I can witness your reaction? I also have to message Bard. Bard needs to know about this. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Sometimes something silly comes out of your brain and you just have to write it down. For me, this poem is up there with the CBAT Extended Universe experience. I can't wait for the two of them. I also will get Ghost Pepper to read it on stream. I will try to get Ghost Pepper to read this on stream for Divorce Court. It's too perfect. It's ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous, amazing thing I've ever written. They will always cherish the memory of their secret sauce. Too perfect. Too perfect. Too perfect. Oh. Whoever's lurking while this is happening, thank you for sharing this experience with me. This happened. This was a thing. It will go on YouTube for posterity. Preserving for all time the creation of this gorgeous masterpiece. Just gonna pull some... Oh yeah, I haven't actually scheduled that one yet. Just gonna pull some context into this document since this is eventually to go into my blurg. There's joy in the universe sometimes. Let me make sure I spell his Twitch name properly. Never remember how to spell limerick. Limjulik? Yeah, that's how you spell it, right? There are some words that I just put a bunch of extra letters in. Vacuum is one of them. I can never remember the right way to spell vacuum. Occasionally is another one too. I just put a bunch of extra letters in because I can't remember where the double letters are. And limerick is one of them too. For some reason, I just put a bunch of extra letters in limerick. And then I'm like, okay, brain, that's wrong, but spell check will fix it. goodness, I cannot words today. I used all my brain power on the Ballad of the Glizzy King and the Ghostly Pepper. Daz, hello! Thank you for the raid! How's it going? We have just finished writing some amazing sonnets, which are hilarious and silly, and I love them. How was your stream? Bob, hello, King Bob. How's it going? Welcome in. I'm just adding some context to the really ridiculous, silly sonnets that I wrote today. What were you working on today, Daz? Did I spell your name wrong? I think my shout out command just had a brain fart. Converting ships and cannons to game rolls. Oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. Mainly cannons and their ammo. Dog versus bird at the window. Oh no! I hope you're able to calm Doggo down. I assume Doggo is inside and bird is outside. Oops. I just almost closed my OBS. That would not have gone well. Oh, yeah. The mayhem is over. Good to hear. Welcome back. So is there a lot of math involved in those conversions, Daz? £110 dog versus dumb bird with a window between them. I was assuming that it was that was probably what was happening. I hope Doggo has calmed down now. You'd think the bird would just fly away. Clarifying that I did not specifically use iambic pentameter for my sonnets. I just kind of wrote them. Are you gonna slay it? Yeah. First off, I always slay it. Trying to balance the ship's weaponry with higher level spells. That's the thing that always, like, because I like to, when I run my own, like, D&D campaigns, I like to take bits and pieces of mechanics of other games and sort of mix and match. But I have trouble with anything that involves a lot of math, so I like it if I can just kind of port it directly. I did when I started my custom D&D campaign. I kind of stole the connection system from Pendragon. So in Pendragon, you can essentially roll to create a connection with another character, and then at times throughout the story, throughout the play, the DM can have you essentially roll against your connection, and if your connection is strong enough, you might be able to get like a bonus effect or like advantage or something on a particular thing because you have that connection, that pre-existing connection. And so I kind of took that and incorporated it into my Kryptonia campaign. And I really like it because there are some characters that have positive connections with each other and some characters that have negative connections with each other. Thank you, Flutter. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. It's kind of a way to create cohesion with the group as well, because they kind of have like a baseline for their relationships with each other. And there was this really cool scene that happened between two of the characters who had a negative connection, where they kind of reached out and interacted with each other and like opened up to each other. And as a result of that, they were able to improve their connection with each other, so that it actually is more beneficial to them now. So I like having stuff like that. And I really appreciate people who dig into those mechanics and create extra things for other people like me who are less able to handle the math. Like, if you go through and do all the work of balancing, weaponry and spells and stuff, and then share that out with other people, that makes it way easier for me to be like, oh yeah, so-and-so created this really cool mechanic, let's give it a whirl. And I know that my husband does that a lot as well. Like, he's subscribed to a lot of like supplements and has bought like a lot of RPG bundles where people have created extra rules for D&D. And it's one of the things that's like so, I know I'm like geek gushing here, but it's one of the things that's so cool about Dungeons and Dragons and TTRPGs in general is that people go out and say, well, what if you did this cool thing? And here's a way that you can integrate it. And then you can make that so much more interesting and dynamic at your table. So, long-winded way of saying that's super awesome, Daz. I really appreciate that you're digging into that, and I hope it's going well. I know Ghost Pepper has like, I don't know where he got it, but he has like a set of mechanics that are for like campfires and stuff. So it's like if you're having travel, you can roll on this like chart and it will tell you like things to have your party encounter on their travel or like when they're camping or whatever. So you're not just okay, you ride for 3 days and then you arrive at your destination. It's like little things, little random things that you can throw at your players. And stuff like that is just so cool because really, in all of these massive rules that they've created for Dungeons & Dragons or other systems as well, they aren't necessarily thinking about the travel mechanics all the time, right? They're more interested in the monster fighting mechanics. And so if you have something like ships or, like I know our friend Collyfumps put together an arena style battle as well, which was really cool. He basically created like an arena challenge, and we had a certain number of fights that we had to survive, and we had a limited amount of, like, we only got one short rest. So we had to make sure that we were managing all of our resources to get through all of the fights. And he was like, these are hardcore. You might not live, like, right from the get-go. And so it's really cool to see how people take those parts of a TTRPG that aren't necessarily part of the core mechanics and do cool things with them. Geeks are awesome, man. Who cares about traveling? Just pop in at the destination, right? Fast travel. Hey, Tempest, how's it going? How are you feeling today? I'm just adding some context here to these silly little sonnets that I wrote today. And then we'll read them one more time so we can enjoy them all in their silly glory. And then I'm probably gonna go start thinking about some food. Finishing up some stuff? Nice! I hope that you all have plans for the weekend that involve relaxing. I certainly do. About to go take a Twitch break. Makes sense. Daz, thanks again for the raid and for dropping in. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks again. Ooh, we got the octopus. We got an octopus right here. Oh, I'm shoving the tentacles on my face. That's not helpful. Heck yeah. I love that the octopus redeem is as popular as it is, because I love this hat so much. There we go. There we go. Gotta get them tentacles all prettied up. When I asked Woof to make this hat for me, I knew, like, from the start that I wanted to make it a redeem on the channel. I mean, I wanted the hat regardless. I have other things that I'm planning to do with the hat too, but I instantly was like, this is gonna be a redeem. Thought about making you be the octopus, but I don't want to strain your voice. Oh, Tempest, thank you. Usually if I'm, like, really not able to do the voice, I just go in and turn them off. But I do appreciate my brain. It's Friday brain, and my brain is like, eh. But I'm so happy that people love this hat as much as me. One of the things that Woof and I talked a lot about were actually the eyes, and, like, how he wanted to do the eyes to make them look like real octopus eyes, and, like, where they should be located on the head. and he nailed it. My Friday brain is telling me pizza time. Nice, AB Coffee. What kind of pizza? I have to say, Ghost and I have already agreed that we're going for brunch tomorrow. And he was like, we can make brunch at home. And I was like, no. I want to go out for brunch. We haven't gone out for brunch in like so long. Something frozen? Yeah, but what toppings? It's National Pizza Party Day. Interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, we often make brunch in at the house, which is fine. We love making a big breakfast and just having like a big lazy breakfast at home, but Ghost Pepper's been really busy lately and we haven't had a chance to go out for brunch in like months. I think the last time we went out for brunch, it was like, I want to say like January or February. It was a while back. So there are like 3 or 4 places in town where you can get a really nice brunch, and I'm like, let's do it. Tomorrow morning, whenever we get up, let's just go have a brunch, have a mimosa, and whatever looks good from the menu, and then just come home and chill. I'm gonna have to see if I can do a gluten-free pizza crust today, or be lazy and find a frozen crust. Good luck. We have a little bread maker that we use to make pizza dough, and it works really well. And we have the stuff for gluten-free crust, but I unfortunately can't send it to you. But we have some friends who come over who are gluten-free, so we just keep like the gluten-free flour in the house as well. It's really handy. This will become a free fiction blog post. And I know it's only like a small bit of actual fiction, but I had so much fun writing these that I feel like it was worth it, and hopefully people will enjoy them as much as I enjoyed writing them. I have some kind of Arthur flour blend for gluten-free crust. It's not perfect, but what gluten-free crust is. Yeah, my understanding is, because we don't necessarily eat a lot of gluten-free unless we have friends over who need gluten-free. But from what I've been told by my friends who need gluten-free is that like it's going to be a different texture no matter what you do, because that's just kind of the nature of gluten-free. So if you have something that isn't too, because I know sometimes you need to also mix it with, I think, xanthan gum or something like that. If you have something that kind of makes it easier to just make something and taste good, that's like the main goal. I know it's like that with, so I'm lactose intolerant, and I've kind of given up on trying to get things to taste exactly the same. Like I kind of just embrace the idea that, sorry, there's lyrics in the song. I kind of just embrace the idea that some things are going to taste slightly different, or not be quite as creamy, or not have exactly the same quality. And so I just kind of try to make it taste good, using the properties of what I'm using. And I find that works better than trying to make it be like exactly like what it's copying. And a lot of times that makes the food, 1, less stressful, and 2, better, because I'm like highlighting what I can do with the ingredients that I'm using versus being aware of what it's lacking. My mouth has gotten used to the idea of everything bread like will be grainy, but does it taste good? Yeah, that's what our friend said too, because we took them out to a pizza place. We had a friend visit who one part of the couple was needed gluten-free. And we went to a pizza place and we ordered one pizza that was like regular crust and one that was gluten-free. And that's what she was saying when she was eating it. She's like, it's a different like chewy texture to the crust, and you kind of can't get around that without the gluten. So she looks for mostly like the taste. And also I think gluten-free tends to be crunchier, I think she said, as well, at least with crust. So yeah. The main thing is find a way to enjoy what you're eating that doesn't hurt you. Okay. We are going to read these silly poems one more time, and then we'll look for somebody to read so that I can go make myself some foods. Sadly, still no potato salad, but I have other stuff. So this is the poem that we wrote, this sonnet that we wrote dedicated to our lovely friend Bardowl. Beautiful night bird of lovely song, lifter of spirits and giver of cheer, how it warms my heart when you come along. When we cross wits, it's never drear, and the chaotic secrets you adeptly deployed have saved many wounded souls from despair. But what star-streaked countenance appears from the void, singing a similar tune and bearing familiar flair? With matching light their experiences shine, leaving no method to uncover the fake. How then to know which friend is thine when looking too deeply makes the heart ache? Put no stock in such hollow aesthetic. To have two friends of this nature is far more epic. It's not gonna win any awards, but I'm happy with it. And then, of course, far more silly and far more epic, we have The Ballad of the Glizzy King and the Ghostly Pepper, which is basically my fanfiction love letter to Joe's love letter to my husband. Sing, O muse, of love pure and true between a ghostly pepper and a glizzy king. With breathtaking speed, their connection grew from the time they answered the first ping. To put the rest of the world beyond reach, Glizzy King spread toppings on the perfect bun and suggested the pepper run away to the beach, where the two could share a perfect day beneath the sun. In only the finest glizzies did the two indulge, while cool water broke over the shore in waves. The ghostly pepper revealed a most impressive bulge, and the two became love's eternal slaves. And though they may one day suffer great loss, they cherish the memory of their secret sauce. I can't wait to have Joe and Ghost Pepper read that sonnet individually on stream so their reactions can be recorded. Oh my goodness. I feel like even though the word count is low, that was a most successful sonnet crafting session. I'm very pleased with that. I am going to pop over to Twitch and see who's around that we haven't rated recently. Let's see. As usual on Friday, I think lots of people are doing things that are not writing, which is fine. Let's see who we can find doing sprints. It looks like Desiree Mortega is doing sprints today, and she dropped in on us recently, so we should pop over and say hey. This is someone I just recently met via a member of our Twitch community, so we haven't gotten many chances to say hey to her yet. Oh gosh, I can close all this sonnet stuff now, I suppose. I am not entirely sure when I'll be back next, because I have to look at what my schedule is going to be for next week. We're probably only going to get 2 streams in because I have a bit of a heavier editing load next week. And unfortunately, once I get past a certain threshold of pages, it's really hard to actually stream the editing and fit it all into the day. So we might only do 2 streams next week. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think it'll probably be Wednesday afternoon and Friday morning. Because I have a new scene. I have a bunch of scenes I have to add to this new book. So I have a scene that we'll be writing next week. And we have to finish the chapter labels for Careless Electronica because we only got halfway through them during the last session. So again, we'll probably do just another chill Friday morning to can I just put that back? There we go. To just round out the week. But we'll see. I'll go through and take another look at my editing load and see if we can fit a 3rd stream in. But either way, I should see you Wednesday. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. I believe it is a long weekend here in Canada. I know at least Ghost Pepper has off today and on Monday. Although maybe it's just a British Columbia thing. I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it's Victoria Day, so I'm not sure if that's one of the federal ones. I've lived in Canada for like 18 years. You'd think I'd know this stuff. But here we go. Peter, yes, I'm sorry. I do need to go get some food, unfortunately. But thank you for hanging out. I appreciate all of your lovely suggestions earlier in the stream. We are gonna drop in on Desiree Mortega. And I will see you all next week. Let's do... Please feel free to use any emotes if you don't have mine. It's not a big deal. It's not about the emotes. It's about the love that we spread to the people that we are sharing with. Did I ever do my... Did I do my 12 o'clock steps? I don't remember. That's gonna be an interesting discovery. Take care, everyone. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been fabulous to have you all with me this week. And this was tons of fun. I have shied away from poetry for a long time, I think, because I always took it too seriously, and I've really enjoyed these. We're probably going to go back to working on some Kryptonia lore. I have some more shorts that I'd really like to do, some more gods that I'd like to develop, so that we can start getting into what's actually happened in the game, and write a little bit about that for the blog. But please take care. Have a fantastic weekend, whether it's a long weekend for you or not. And I will see you guys all again with more clicky clackies very soon. Bye.
Fiction.